Hello everyone, in this video we will cover boat insurance, a complete guide for you. Our agenda includes what is boaters insurance, what affects boat insurance cost, what boats can I insure, what does a boat insurance policy cover, and like these things, what do after a boat insuring. What is boaters insurance? Boat insurance provides financial protection against damage to passengers, other watercraft, as well as the equipment and machinery of your boat. The boat insurance industry doesn't use collision or comprehensive terms to explain their companies. And hull insurance covers damage caused by sinking, firestorms, theft, and collision to the equipment and machinery of your boat. Boat liability coverage pays for injuries to others as well as damage caused to the other boats, dock piers, and more. If you're familiar with that, collision and comprehensive coverage are for your automobile, hull insurance is the equivalent coverage for you. Boat insurance is also broad and may include tenders, sails, spars, fittings, outboards, motors, etc. And what affects boat insurance? Before we can get into the cost of boaters insurance, there are a few factors you should be aware of. All boat insurance companies use different factors to determine if they will offer you a policy or not, and then the cost of your coverage. That is included in boat insurance. Factors that incorporate when determining boat premiums includes length of the boat, vessel type, vessel use, age of the watercraft, length of the boat, vessel type, horsepower, etc. And types of boat insurance includes actual cash value policy and agreed value policy. These two are different from each other for your boat insurance. First one is with an actual cash value policy. The policy will only pay up to the current actual cash value of the boat when it is deemed a total or partial loss. That's because actual cash policies factor depreciation into the replacement values. As your boat ages, your boat insurance will likely downs. Second one is agreed value policies cover the boat based on the boat's value at the time of the policy creation. These policies cost more upfront, but there is no depreciation for the total loss of the watercraft. If there is a partial loss, you may have a depreciated loss, but these policies are still better in the long run. What boats can I insure? As mentioned earlier, you can insure almost any vessel, new or used. This includes personal aircraft, dinghies, yachts, sailboats, and inflatable. If you belong to a boat club, the vessels in the fleet are typically insured. If you plan to lease your vessel to boat, you can also do that. Like car insurance, boat insurance policies provide financial assistance in certain situations. For example, if your boat gets into an accident and sustains damage, you can use your property coverage to pay for the repairs that will be provided by your insurance company. If you have an actual cash value coverage and your boat is a total loss, and you will only receive the cash value of the boat. Cost coverage, also known as agreed value, it includes liability coverage, medical payments coverage, and uninsured watercraft coverage. And that is also paid by your corresponding insurance company. First one is liability coverage. If your boat damages another person's boat or property, liability coverage will take care of those repairs if you are at fault for the loss. This also applies to any injuries caused by your boat, plus your boat insurance policy will cover legal fees resulting from a boating incident also. That is the main benefit of insurance companies. If you become injured while operating your boat, medical payment coverage can be applied to your medical bills. Passengers can also use it to help cover bills for injuries that occur while on board your watercraft. Uninsured watercraft coverage includes it is similar to uninsured motorist coverage that are included in automobile policies. If an uninsured boater causes damage to your watercraft, you can use this coverage for the repair costs that will be provided by the insurance company. All risks policy includes an optional all risk policy provides additional insurance coverage, but this type of policy does not cover all kinds of losses. Instead, all risks simply means your insurance policy can cover any risks not omitted in the policy. Of course, there are typical exclusions such as wear and tear and weather related damage, like anything caused by ice or freezing conditions, etc. What does not boaters insurance cover? There is no such thing as a one size fits all. Boat insurance policy. Depending on where you boat, how the vessel is used, accessories and other customization, and where and how you store the watercraft, you may need to modify or add coverage to your policy. Additional boat insurance modifications includes towing, boat trailers, boating accessories, custom equipment, and special endorsements. Wear and tear includes, although most policies don't cover wear and tear, you can add consequential damage to your policy. This additional insurance will cover some losses that result from wear and tear to the watercraft. Special trip endorsements includes, if you plan to venture outside of US waters in your boat, like to the Bahamas or Mexico, let your insurance company know. Most boat insurance policies will only cover your boat while it's in US territorial waters, so you will want a special trip, you have to inform your company. Most insurance companies do not cover equipment and accessories unless it is otherwise specified in the policy, that is included in boat accessories. And typical gear not covered by basic boaters insurance policies are electronic equipment including radar, navigation, GPS, life jackets, boat modifications, and anchors that are used to stop your boat in water. And what do after a boating accident? Whenever you are boating, keep a copy of your insurance policy on board. If you are involved in a boating accident, there are a few keys to follow. Check for injuries and administer first aid. Perfect the boat from further damage, administer first aid, check for injuries, and administer first aid also. How to file boat insurance? Notify your insurance company immediately, take all the reasonable measurements and so on. Even if your state doesn't require you to carry boat insurance, you should still consider purchasing a policy. If you cause a boat accident, you will bear complete responsibility for repairing your watercraft, damage to the other vessel or structures, and injured passengers medical bills. And how you can get it, there are numerous ways to follow that are discussed in this video. I hope they will benefit you, and in last I would say thank you for watching our video.